Hold on, Rob. I got the camera. Hold on. What you got? Oh. So we don't have to starve tonight?
One of us doesn't. No, we don't have to starve. Between this and the potatoes and the rice, we're golden.
Excellent.
And if we get a couple more, it'll be even better.
Hero shot. Hold your arm out really far.
Exactly. That's how you do it. You hold it out way out there. It looks like it's you.
Look at the size of that fish. That dude's got big hands. Ooh, that's a pretty one.
That's a bigger one.
Yeah, it is.
That's a decent little catfish right there, Wes.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's not a bad little fish. Yes, sir. Now we're going to eat good in the neighborhood.
Hero shot. Way out there. Gotta do it way out there.
Wait a minute. Let me get...
Make your think small on your fingers.
Yeah, this one's got a little something on his side over here and he's pooping. Now, that's not very nice. That's just rude. Yeah, that's a decent little fish. Wes, I wonder if people know about catfish and how you got to be careful with them. Catfish, this is a channel cat. You can tell by the kind of gray color. Pretty sure it could be a blue, actually. I don't see the spots.
Channel.
But catfish have these two spines right here. They got one coming out each side of their head, and then they got a gaff top fin, a dorsal right here. And all three of these have some significant spikes on the end of them that if they poke you, it hurts like a son of a gun. Now, there's different, folk tales or folk remedies.
Yeah.
The one that I know, though, is if you get poked, you rub it on their belly. There's something about the slime on their belly that will make it quit hurting at some point. But that's what we'll do. Now, this one's almost big enough to fillet, but I doubt, I didn't bring my fillet knife, so we probably won't fillet him. We'll probably just cook this guy whole right on top of the fire, would be my guess. Anyway, hooray. I like that fish.
You know, the other wives' tale about, like, if one of them stabs you with that spine or whatever, well, there's a couple of them. One is stop being stupid, and the other one is the other one is suck it up, buttercup. It's only gonna hurt for a minute.
Yeah, well, now that actually might be a wives' tale in itself.
Yeah.
Because I have seen some. I've had them in my past that hurt for.
They hurt for a while. They're in the lake, rivers, whatever. They're not exactly clean. You don't want them stabbing you.
Now this one has something I hadn't seen before. We got a couple. It's like you got ringworms. Look at that.
That's leech bite.
Really? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have thought about that. I don't think I've ever fished where there were leeches. I mean, well, in Colorado there's a lake I fished in.
If you fished in Texas, you fished in leeches.
Well, I never saw them before.
But it's turnabout's fair play. Chances are after they turn loose, his cousin ate them. Oh, skeeters.
I thought I saw a mosquito a while ago.
You got me twice.
All right, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Show a little life there.
Gimme.
All right, what do you think, Wes? Should we catch any more?
I'm not stopping.
Okay, so we caught a couple of fish. Now we're going to try to cook them up. We're going to do a little experimenting. This is one of those things that may or may not even work out real well. We're going to do one in the coals and one over the coals. Now there are thoughts that say that doing them in the coals isn't going to work out real well, so we're going to find out. We got a couple of catfish, one a little bit bigger than the other. And we're not going to do a whole lot fancy with them, but just a little bit of seasoning on them, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sesame oil. That guy will fit right there nicely.
cold.
Now I chopped up some onions too, and I've got them kind of prepared. My first experience using wild onions like this, or any other way. But I'm going to try to lay some of these up in the cavity of the fish so they'll kind of cook in there. I suspect it's not going to work real well. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of lay the chive part of it up in there. The way I prepared the onions was I took them, cut the root base off, and pitched that in the fire. That'll put a little more seasoning in there, right? And I'm using my gloves as knee pads. These pants are getting pretty thin. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this on here just for a second to kind of dry it off. Because I didn't bring paper towels. Now I know you can't see the fire, it's because it messes it up. We'll swap it over there a little bit later, once we actually get them on and going good. Alright, that's good enough. All nice and steamy. Now we're going to take just a dab of the sesame oil. Rub it on the outside. This is the way I used to cook trout up when I was in the mountains in Colorado, and they were always real good. I'm hoping catfish are going to be real good too. I lost my knee pad there. And of course we fish too long and let it get completely dark on us. Not going to be but just a tiny bit of salt. And this is the one that's going to go in the coals, and this one will cook pretty fast because it'll be right down there in it. Probably about the time that we get this one on, that other one is going to be ready. All right. Now, the other way around, salt. I didn't put the onions in that one. Sesame oil. Lay some of these guys right up in the middle here. I'm actually not anticipating much success with this, but it's a fun thing to do. All right. Back there. And we're going to turn the camera off while those cook a little bit because there's no point in that. So, we'll be back in a minute. Give a quick look at them. There we go, they cook nicely. And see what happens. Okay. All right, well the fish is cooking nicely. It is coming along in a hurry. We've turned it a couple of times. We turned the big one once. I'm having to wear my gloves so no knee pads. We got a lot of clay right here that we dug our fire pit with, and it has dried into pretty much rocks and that kind of thing. And I'm going to turn the camera just to make sure I can kind of see it here. I'm, you know, completely inexperienced. And so we're going to flip this guy again here. Oh yeah, it's getting good and soft, so it's close to ready. Real close. Wes, what do you think? We just turned this guy a second ago. You think we should give him just a minute more before we turn him again?
Yeah, give him a little bit. People, it smells amazing, by the way. Oh, I'm the talking light, folks.
Yeah, we fished until it got completely dark. Bob Hansler came by and we got to visiting and talking, and I wanted to catch a couple more catfish for them. Didn't happen. Almost caught catfish. I don't know if almost counts. But we got to visiting until all of a sudden I realized it was getting dark in a hurry. And by the time we got over here, got the coals built up, it got dark. So we've got a couple of the solar lights that I had in that video the other day. And got a flashlight right there trying to provide a little extra light. And yeah, we got a good bright moon, but we got trees over, so it's not doing a lot to help. All right, Wes, what do you think? You think this guy right here is ready to come off?
Pretty close.
Hard to tell. Let me turn my headlamp on, put some serious light on there.
I think it is. The one up here is. It's picking oil off the fin. Oh, it's getting close anyway.
All right, we'll turn this guy one more time right there. Now this guy here, yeah, that feels like he's about to come apart. So we're going to go ahead and plate this one. Is that how they say it in professional cooking show? We're going to plate?
Plate. I think, what does that mean, like with like aluminum plate?
Well, in this case, we're not very primitive. I'm hung. I got a fin hung. There we go. Some skin. There we go. Woo, that's hot. That's hot. That's hot. All right, I'm going to turn this so y'all can see. One of the good things is the skin comes off when you do it this way. We didn't skin the catfish. A lot of people skin catfish. If we were going to cook them in the house or fry them, we would have skinned it. But in this case, we didn't skin it, and that meat looks completely flaky and good. You know what? It's actually a little bit solid in there, Wes. We might want to go just a minute more with this guy. Just a minute more or two. This is a fairly healthy fish, and so there we go. But this guy, let's try him out.
My sperry's ticked on fire.
Yeah. Now, I'm trying to see where the camera's picking up or not right here. Can we see the Dutch oven? I'll move it over a little bit. We can use that for a little table. Now, I think this one's done. What you think? Pick off some of the bigger coals. I know people that actually eat charcoal. They say it's good for them. I'm not one of those people. It feels like it's mostly done. Let's get us a taste of this and just see. Peel that skin back. Hot?
Hot?
Yeah, it's hot. Pretty tasty though. What? Pretty stinking good.
That's pretty good. You can taste the onions in it.
Can you?
Yep.
It was too hot for me. I couldn't taste anything except hot and fish. Well, good. All right, so that fish is good.
This will be ready in a minute.
I think it will too. So I'm going to turn that one more time, and then
I mean, it took longer to prep everything than it did to cook it.
yeah, fish cooks fast. That's the thing. Always does. So,
This is the light post signing out.
and this is the not so master chef, I guess, signing out too.
If you got to bring somebody to do the cooking, he's at. Oh man, I should put that in.
No, it's still going.
Oh.
Yep, I didn't turn it off
if
yet.
you're gonna take somebody to cook, take him. He doesn't mind it. He even does dishes.
Well, sometimes I do dishes.
Yeah.
Back off, give the wide angle shot there. What we got going. There's the light post. Say hi. Wave. Yay! Exactly, the signature Wes S move. All right, guys. So anyway, we're gonna call it good here. We're just getting silly now. So bon appetit.